Do you know what?
Don't do that, Jay.
We gotta get out of here. Winds on through the hills for 15
The plan was to drive from Newcastle past the last cafe in England to the border, not get lost, and drive continuing upwards past Hoik, and eventually, one way or another, make it to Perth.
We good to go?
Yeah, man, we're good to go.
Rolling again. Oh, beautiful. Get those pumps in. Whoa, beautiful. Yeah! Beans, 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 beans. Beauty. She sounds healthy. She sounds healthy, man. Oh, she smells healthy too.
We'd split up into 3 vehicles, me and Bradley and Ruby, you and Jello in Tilly, and Elgin and Harry in Elgin's car. Don't know what Elgin's car's called. Elgin?
Yeah, so I remember we forged on ahead. We went to go outdoors.
Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. Oh, we're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher.
We did a lot of screaming.
Where do we think Elgin is?
I don't know, shall we ring him?
No, I'm alright. Thanks.
You're killing me.
It's in the wind, Brad!
Pretty chilly, eh, James? Pretty chilly, eh, Brad?
Well, look at that new exhaust, mate. Look at it. Check out my motor.
First time behind the wheel. She is far easier to drive than our roofs. Rod is currently in the hospital. I don't really envy him. Off to Jedburgh with a view to getting to Scott by sundown.
The last cafe in England. The year is 2025, and all the cafes in England have been wiped out by a great plague.
You got any chips? Tate's gone. Tate's gone. And full tate's gone.
Oh, he's gone.
Where's the border though?
We've just passed it.
Have we?
Come on. England.
Hello, good sir.
Okay.
Hello, good sir.
End of war.
Here we are, lads. Made it into Scotland.
The beacons administer the federal lint.
We started somewhere in here. Go on, drive. Oh, Ben went through there. And here we are.
Where are we going?
We're going to go up here. No, we're not. We're going to go here. There we are. Not get lost. And we're meeting the boys in Howick.
It was me, James, Brad, and Jake. I think I met at the border. Harry and Elgin were either in front of us or behind us. And then the first of a series of mishaps happened between the border and Howick.
I still don't know where Hoyk is. I never got to Hoyk, I don't think. Hoyk is well known. Is not northeast. Hoyk is, you have to take quite a steering off west. I was still driving. Jake was like, yeah, keep going, you're doing really well. Supportive like that. He's not very good at directions though.
What we should have done, within about sort of 20-30 metres, I would have thought, hang a left and not, under any circumstances, not carry on down on the main road, bending right, going down a big fucking hill, sort of zigzagging our way down to the bottom. Under no circumstances should we do that.
It's easy making a left-hand turn. It's only 50-50, and yeah, headed down towards Hoyk as per the plan, which is easy enough if you know where you're going.
I think we took the immediate right. I know we took the immediate right.
Unfortunately, due to some navigational issues, we missed that immediate turning and carried on down the hill.
I sometimes dream of Hoyk.
We're in a bit of a tight spot, a bit of a sticky situation. You help us find first.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
So, that's neutral.
Yep.
Yeah, perfect. Beans.
Get in, boy. On the road again. So what happened? We were at the border and we were just chatting, and then we realised that we
Hoik,
Hoik.
have you located Harry and Elgin?
I've located the car. I think they've buggered off.
Okay, right, I've got a window opportunity. The boys,
Los Hermanos.
how's it been?
To Yorker. I want to throw up. I feel a bit sick.
A lot of bumpy roads.
Elgin took a lot of the turns sideways.
So
we can't really
are we going to meet them in Stirling?
That's going to be a little bit difficult in Old Rubito. So it might be the case we just catch you up. I don't know if you bothered about stopping. And long story short is they're now 3 miles away from here.
Okay, so what's the plan?
We've decided that they're not going to be able to stop because you can't fucking park over here.
Yeah.
So they're going to plough on. We're going to catch them up. And don't really know from there.
So, where are we
We're not.
Is that really bad? Whenever we're coming up to a mild bend in the road or a medium turn, I notice Jake's hands slowly going to the door, and then his knuckles slowly getting whiter, and he stops talking for a little bit. But then because it's quite a bendy road, he hasn't breathed in about 16 minutes, and now he's a bit purple. I don't know what to do. It's fine. It's fine. Beans. Perfectly healthy. Hello, dog. We're a little bit behind the other boys, the other two Conrad cars.
And we've been banned from stopping, haven't we? Oh, there's a Morris.
Are we going to Morris?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's stop. Yes.
To Scone?
To Scone.
The first day, I felt sorry for Jake and Brad. I assumed that they'd got horrendously lost, that they were having a terrible time. On finding out that actually they'd just chosen not to come and meet us, I was hurt. It was me!
Obviously, we were outnumbered anyway, so there were 4 of you against the meeks of the group.
It wasn't me!
You said explicitly not to stop, but that isn't taking into account the fact that me and Jake need to eat and drink.
We're like pretty hungry. We're like, well, if we don't get something to Scrannon in Hoik, where do we go? So we're like, we'll quickly run into Morris, get something to eat, get back in the van and go.
We also did get like some spring rolls and some like falafel.
And then when we got back on the road, we realised at some point that obviously we'd not done it in the lightning fast pace that we presumed we would.
But we did get pakora dip. And I think there was another one, sweet chili or like a hot one, because I think it was on the deal. That's by the by.
Yeah, I thought they're in the van, we're in cars. We know that Rubes can't hit the top speed, so back on our way. And again, we'll meet at Stirling. So, right, we're gaining, and make the turning onto the road westward, then towards Stirling. But I think our spidey senses are starting to tingle now, that something might not be right.
I think they did get a bit tense, because we'd kind of planned this trip together, and then we just couldn't get in touch with Jake or Brad.
What point did you realise that we were just getting further and further away from you?
Oh, way down the road.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we were like, we should have seen him by now.
Plans have changed once again. We're now off to Stirling Castle. Woo! Tell me what you know about Loch Ness.
Nothing. We're not allowed out of the country, so we needed to find somewhere on our own doorstep. and all of us have fetishes for being really cold, really wet, and really fucking miserable. So we decided to go to Scotland. And that is if Jake and Brad ever actually get there, because they seem to be struggling with roads at the moment. How did we overtake them? They presumably didn't stop in Wick.
What's going on here, like?
And so somewhere after our leisurely stroll around Wick and a coffee, and getting back on the road, we've managed to overtake them. Second sausage of the day. Us!
So them.
Yeah. You just need the 90-mile-an-hour sponge.
On the bed.
We're on the motorway for a short while, aren't we?
Yeah.
And then we thought, ooh, fuck it. So we're doing a 4 for 4 for 4 for 5 for 5 and 6. 7th tourist roadway.
Paid. Out.
Onwards, up the hill.
Welcome to Yoka. How's your drive?
Can he?
Zoom past me. I was very tired, so I started doing the whole. You missed our emergency stop when we didn't see the van that was just stopped on our side of the road. We were trying, and Elgin wanted to show off. Oh, you know how to activate the lumbar support in your seat? It's just over there on your seat.
Have you guys seen Ruby yet?
Cancelled. That was not very friendly. We are
Some kind of power plant.
some sort of power plant. I don't think we lost. I think this is entirely planned.
We haven't seen Elgin, Harry, James and Jello in 4.5 years now.
So you're at Blackness. Was that a planned detour? Okay, so how far off Stirling do you think you are? You reckon about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour?
I don't think it's worth them coming to Stirling.
No. We were just thinking, just considering where everyone is, whether or not it would be best if everyone just head to the campsites. See it, wait.
Lovely.
Hello, boy.
You that way.
We're that way.
So we meet again, fellas.
Come on then. Stop filming if I'm filming you.
Yeah, I'll sue you. Who does he think he's filming?
Right, we'll see you in Scone.
The rest of the vehicles have been in Stirling for some time, done the castle, had a nice meal out. Elgin's found the GP practice to work at. They've now decided to crack on, which is I think reasonable, to Perthshire to get to the land of the scones. We're just gonna mill our way up, and we might get there by Tuesday.
The sky is so moody.
He knows he can set it higher than 50, doesn't he?
We can't be having that, Elgin. Harry, you ready? For 70.
Under the boardwalk. Under the boardwalk.
Oh, don't do this to me, Elgin. The Camping and Caravan Club, that's the one. Non-work members welcome, good. On your arrivals, please park here. No parking. Social distanced.
Yeah, I think so.
We do. And Brad Metcalf.
Like to say an hour behind.
Yeah, if they're not here by 8, they won't get in.
No.
Have you got a tent in your car?
Is it in the van?
I think it's in the van.
It's in the van.
I hope it's in the
All right. I'll take you down. I'll show you where the toilets are, and then when the van comes, I'll take the van down as well. And you reckon you're the man will be here before 8 o'clock?
Yeah.
He better be.
It's just where my finger is. Can you see it?
Stirling Castle on your left, and on your right, you can see the Wallace and Granite Monument.
So, the 4 of us have arrived in 2 separate vehicles.
Oh, do they have the toilet roll as well?
They have. Well, there's toilet roll in there.
Is there? Right,
Yeah.
okay.
So you've not seen Ruby since Jesmond. The last time we saw Ruby was on the Anglo-Scottish border, and since one wrong turn, one missed junction, has led to a catalogue of rookie errors. It's currently 5 to 7, so they've got 65 minutes.
And what happens if they don't make it in
If they don't
65
make
minutes?
it, then they can't get in, and if they can't get in, that means we can't.
Sleep.
But basically, they've got the tent and they've got the van, which are our 2 kind of sleeping arrangements. The fact we got here with 2 hours to spare almost would indicate that they should be able to get here in time.
We're a bit low on water.
I haven't had a shave in 6 weeks. The Chargers phones have rigged up a contraption with captured squirrels and birds, and that charges a gyrocopter that we managed to find. Kind of mad. They've not really set a good impression here, have they?
Who was it?
1%. Not Belgian Spice Tandoori.
Dudo then.
Fuck off.
Have you reduced?
That fire with the fire.
My favourite Sunday. Oh, it's my perfect Sunday. innit?
bro,
you
did that
on film.
No, you can't do it up right.
Coffee, Elgin?
Sorry?
Coffee?
Is there a coffee?
Cock and balls.
It's my first time driving Ruby today.
Excited?
Nervous. Nervous anticipation. We're going through 2 ski resorts apparently. Are we? 2 skiing resorts and 3 nuclear plants. Yeah.
High Mount of Cockbridge is very erect.
We're following the scenic route.
There's scenic and there's one that's twice as long and up a mountain.
Ruby, look at it again.
Is this whole trip just been a masquerade for us to go over Cockbridge?
What mountains can we possibly face in the middle of getting goals?
Dame Allen School.
We've had a lot of travelling. We've had a lot of missed mistakes, but we've got to get up to Loch Ness today.
None of the maps that we were looking at had contour lines on, so we couldn't actually see the elevations of what roads we were driving on.
I mean, there's a very nice road if you want to drive from Perth to Inverness, and it goes Avonmore, and it's a nice road. It is. It's a decent road to get a good bit of speed on. It's not too taxing. Slightly to the east of that lovely road is a road that goes through the Cairngorms.
Yeah, it was a toss up between going up the Cairngorms or doing like a bit of a roundabout route. There was a bridge, Cockbridge, I think, was the thing that swung it to us.
So we devised a lovely route through these lovely flat roads past a couple of ski centres, which famously on low altitude.
I'm a bit scared about how much driving there is to do, especially how much elevation change there's going to be. My Golf, I think, will be fine, but I'm a bit scared for what the height changes is going to do.
On our last legs, we all know that. After Jello mutilated her in the Europe trip, we know that she's quite brittle. But I think we're just going to go for it. My usual hairdresser was supposed to cut my hair, so I left it.
2 layers of stuff.
What's going on?
I'm taking over, and
Oh, right.
and I made us take a wrong turn. Sorry.
We weren't meant to leave the road doing that 320
Degree turn back on ourselves.
We've lost We were just going to make a driver switch, but we've gone wrong.
I'm nervous.
Do you want to start here? Because you're going to be in a hill start.
He has to learn.
Then when it takes back.
Do you think I'll be alright reversing on? Just pray to God nothing comes. Oh shit!
I want to stop. I love you, Mum.
Right, so slow down into this corner. I'd probably take her in third.
Doing it, Dad. Can finally start enjoying the view. I don't need to completely focus on the road.
Is that why you've had your eyes closed so much?
Who said that? So driving along this lovely Scottish country road, I was just beginning to feel confident in Ruby. A red squirrel comes running out into the middle of the road, stops. First red squirrel I've ever seen. And it goes under the van. We definitely didn't hit it because there was no squirrel pancake behind us. Just like, why?
You might have already seen that we took a wrong turn in following Ruby. So we then both turned round and the tractor stood between us and Ruby, and we decided to take a little detour to get some food and some petrol and a much needed toilet break. And we learned that Jello and Elgin turned off earlier than us when we followed Ruby down the garden path. Currently, therefore, Ruby is ahead of us. We're chasing her down. Elgin is leading the way. But we're hoping to stop near Balmoral to reconvene the convoy.
So we're currently pushing it quite hard up this hill, aren't we, Harry?
We are.
Red counter through the roof.
We're going to be Flintstoning it soon, I think, with our feet running.
Absolutely.
Come on, I don't want to go into seconds.
Ooh, crikey, Charlie. No.
We're losing power.
Oh no, you have to change it down, Captain.
Never. We're in fourth. That's where we're staying.
Are you ready for the sport?
Go on.
Whoa! Sport! Look at the sport! Watch the sport!
Only 12%. I've got bigger hills in Norden.
We came up from that way.
That is the border between Perth and Kinrossshire and Aberdeenshire.
Oh! Look what we've stumbled across at the ski slopes.
How goes it?
Yeah, well, nice little viewpoint.
Yeah, isn't it? We just bobbed up there. Wasn't it pretty?
Right angle thumb.
Gorgeous. Absolutely incredible. Ruby's done a fantastic job coming up that hill.
Yeah.
Got up in third segment.
Are we getting going? Well, we'll have to believe you.
One of my big memories is this, like, driving up a little bit of a hill and just having to stop to have a look at this vista.
I can remember it was quite a constant uphill climb, which Ruby did pretty well on. And again, it got separated from the rest of the group.
I think what's remarkable about our ability as a group on road trips is that we never get split up.
So Jake and I arrived at this incredibly scenic car park.
It was a lovely sight to see the other cars come up the mountain pass.
Felt like what the road trip should be. We're at this incredibly scenic place. Fantastic view. All 6 of us finally back together, all 3 vehicles together. It was nice being able to get back in convoy again.
So yeah, met Ruby at the top, or what we thought was the top. It's a ski resort, so you reach your peak and you go for that's where you plonk your ski resort. Turns out there's more than one ski resort in the Cairngorms.
Balmoral, yeah?
That's the smell and sound of 1890s Manchester, I think.
Well, we've got company for the first time all day. Back in convoy at last. It's good to finally be back as a group.
Absolutely.
Enjoy the scenery together. Listening to a great soundtrack. Let's go! Now I feel really comfortable. I'm really enjoying. I'm actually enjoying the driving now as well. I feel like I have to think less. Whoa! I take it all back.
Yeah, take it all back.
It's the F1 sponge.
Lovely place to be driving it as well. We were just saying, like, you know, we saw some amazing scenes whilst we were in Europe, and there's just as nice views here, if not better. It's all on your back doorstep. Should really do this more often.
It's Balmoral.
We've lost the window.
We were warned about this, to be fair.
You can't get it up once it goes down.
So what's actually the issue? I mean, I know it doesn't go up, but what specifically is the issue?
So we need to get the runner, basically, mechanically speaking, we need to get the lifty from here to there.
I mean, you can split the door in two.
I did try that before, but I didn't want to pull the thing off.
We found Elgin.
So the runners need to be right.
Okay, what would you think is John? I'm putting them right at the bottom.
I mean, we really should have checked the owner's guide. Really, this isn't the.
Unless there's one in the cutlery drawer.
Stop filming and fucking help me.
You need a plunger.
We need those like window suckers there.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got it.
No. Yeah. Stop.
Well, surely the road's
Lower the glass a little. Okay, now runner.
Oh.
Yep, up, slow.
Some tape.
Yeah.
Could we use the tape from the gazebo? Can that spare a bit of tape?
Is there any medical tape in the first aid kit?
I've got tape. Like duct tape. So we managed to get the window free and sit it back on the runner.
I mean, this is a thorough fail.
Oh no! Complication! Wasp! Do you want to have a test wind? What's your...
Yeah, we can keep this open. Yeah, go.
What are you done?
Huh? Well, we thought we were going to have to take this whole panel off. We're like, well, let's get these out.
It costs £3 to go in to park the cars. Should we just eat it?
I fancy a lovely European lunch.
Yeah. Good dinner. Imagine eating it. Oh, that looks good, doesn't it? Where we going? Cockbridge, and then Tom in Tull, and then Inverness,
And then
Loch Ness, and Inverloch. We'll swim. At Balmoral, what a lovely happy moment. No one fell in the river.
So that felt like the proper road trip, because that reminded me a lot of when we went around Europe.
It was reminiscent of every lunch that we had on the holiday previous.
A baguette, hummus, olives, crisps, and Elgin buying some kind of cold meat.
That was a lovely lunch, I must say.
We could have gone around Balmoral, I think, but it was like £5 and none of us could be bothered.
And then it was a nice August day, so quite warm. You might want the windows down. You might, but it can get cold in Scotland, and you might want the windows back up again. I don't think that was an option.
That was probably a little sign that maybe we should go easy on Ruby, because the fact that we couldn't open and close one of the windows probably meant that, you know, driving her hard would probably do something irreversible to her.
We were a little bit nervous at the start, but we'd had no mechanical issues or failings or anything. Ruby had been astounding. Hadn't thought that we might have an impending problem. Maybe that was hubris. definite hubris.
I think we set off, you know, sort of in good spirits, and then a gradual descent into concern.
I've been
We've been beaten.
I've been
The convoy's broken already.
Might as well go back to Wales at this point.
There's someone else coming now. Yeah. What's up?
I think there's doubts over whether Ruby could make it in terms of her height, I think. Jake's giving the thumbs up. Jake knows what he's talking about.
There it is, way over there.
Mostly. They're worried about her being beached on the actual hump, just rocking like the end of the Italian job.
But yeah, look at the angle of some of these cars come up. They're like, it's pretty steep. Here we go. Easy. Nicely done. Lead vehicle is signalled for a stop.
We'd be worried about maybe turning round for the roads to come. The steepness, the inclines.
You're doing fine so far. He looks concerned. What's up, Chief?
I think he said it wasn't pulling in second, but it looks like and sounds like it's pulling fine. I think we're all right. I'm happy to if you want.
Yeah, it was. Oh, we're pulling over again.
Oh, could you pass us the key so I can open the boot?
Yeah, no problem, mate.
At the moment, it's like a dead man's switch. We're afraid that he's never gonna get her started again. So we're gonna de-weight and put it in this car.
Is there a boot button? Where is it? Oh.
Jake's being a martyr.
Well, that's
He's been doing that all day. We're being rear guard.
So Ruby is currently moving with or without the keys in the ignition.
We definitely heard a noise, and then there was just kind of very significant. Oh my fucking Christ!
Oh.
A significant lack of power. Jake's gonna have to go into first gear for this one, I think.
I mean, I'm not sure we won't either. Depends how fast Ruby goes up. And we'll have to rapidly.
Yeah, there's first gear.
What are we in second?
Yeah.
I mean, if she doesn't make it with this, I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to tow her up. Jesus.
What we're going to do though?
Okay, we've lost him over there.
Oh God. Hello. Jake.
Alright, mate. I'm currently holding her with my foot.
Oh God.
It's really hurting.
Just give a toot when you're ready to go.
Yeah. Have I been dense here, Jam?
What is it?
It's a lock. Yes.
Yeah. Just
Definitely dense.
Just trust you a bit more than me.
going to let them tow him.
Look at Jake's face.
Crikey, Charlie.
The boot is open!
Why did they forget the boot?
Yeah, I don't think I'd have been able to tow her up here.
Jesus Christ.
Next time somebody suggests going to Cockbridge. Yeah, the tow rope's now taut. Ruby is being helped. Jake's not sweating enough to take his hat off yet. Oh, this is the hard part. I hope they stop before they start going downhill. Oh, Jesus, 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 Jesus.
There's a lot right.
Oh, look at that hill!
We might have to do a pick-up job.
Yeah.
This stuff starts falling out. Have your ears popped yet?
I mean, I think it's going to be a good 3 days before my anal sphincter unclenches. Where are they going to tow us to?
You definitely locked it.
I did. You saw me do that.
It's on camera.
Yes.
Yeah.
Evidence!
Thank you.
Oh, you made our day seeing this.
You made our day. You made our trip.
There's no more else. No, nothing. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Safe travel.
You too.
Take care.
Oh my gosh. Well done, man. How was that, Jake?
She's cooked.
Is she properly
She was absolutely
wheezing?
Yeah, she was misfiring
could hear-
so much.
We were wincing whenever they
I hope
would
it was nothing
pull
I
the
did.
slack and it would jerk.
Just a lot of hills.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
Like, I've never shouted for fuck's sake so loud in my life when I saw that second hill. Who designed this route?
In your long history of knowing Ruby, Jake, is this the most dramatic Ruby moment you've experienced?
Yeah, without a shadow.
Really?
I think so.
Really?
Like, lots of push starts over junctions and breakdowns in various places and like Little Miss Sunshine movements, but nothing like that.
If Jake was going grey before.
He's going to take this off and all his hair is going to come off with it. It's
It's
going to be
pointing
white and
backwards.
Who puts ski centres on the top of hills? It's just a nightmare.
It was quite funny for us watching behind, and I think it was only after I saw Jake that I appreciated actually how stressful and intense it must have actually been.
I think my main focus was on the state of my legs. It was quite a physical exertion.
I didn't have enough faith in this Dacia or Dacia or whatever it was that was towing us. I was like, that's not going to be able to pull Ruby up the hill. They pulled Ruby up the hill.
I don't think ever before in history have 6 people simultaneously held their breath for 15 minutes. Just...
I'd love to say that we've tried to track them down on Facebook and send them a bouquet of flowers or something, but we haven't.
If it wasn't for them, Jake would still be there with his brake holding Ruby up.
If you're watching this, lovely couple from Scotland, thank you.
You get the idea.
Now, my lasting memory is of Ruby being towed up the hill, the back door flying open, with the lock not working, the ignition not working, the engine not working. She was in a bit of a state, our Ruby.
Once you stop with her, once I seen that she was like not moving, that's it. You're not getting her back down. You're not getting her back up. She's stuck.
It was somehow different to the gear stick incident. It kind of was like, yeah, we know that this is a problem, and if we fix the gear stick, it's probably not going to happen again. But this one, like, she's overheated. When is this going to happen again? What is too much for Ruby? You find the limits of your best friend and perfect machine.
Ruby's was not in a good shape. I think when we looked at where we were going, there was still going to be quite a few up and downs to come.
Picking the route out of the Cairngorms must have taken us a fucking hour to decide.
We start trying to plan a route down on minimal phone signal. We see a couple of routes that kind of look like they go again across more bridges and then back up the other side. We're trying to find one that will kind of gradually follow a valley down.
I was very much kind of following the lead of Jake, I think, because it was the first day that I'd driven Ruby, and
We probably would have all felt better if it was me who broke Ruby as the son of the owner.
at the end of the day, he's perhaps the most responsible for Ruby. So if he's not happy and he wants to pause or go a different route, then I was happy to follow what he felt.
I think we were a bit scared.
We're worried, and Jake, I think most of all, is worried about our Ruby.
We're still quite tense to see what would happen next, I think. And what happened next was nothing short of a miracle, to be honest. She started going again.
Okay, feeling for the gears. 6 gears. Where's the start button?
It's just to the right of the fob.
Oh, I just read stop.
We've now set off again, a lot downhill, and it's been alright so far.
I've not been in since the issues have been there. I mean, I hope it wasn't me that caused the issues. I mean, it was running fine when I was driving. Still no rain.
Still no. Yeah, still.
I've been pretty lucky with the weather so far.
We went to Glenfiddich.
I know, it's a really nice whiskey.
I mean, I don't like whiskey, you know.
I think we've got about an hour to go before we're at Inverness. We've got worries. We're just saying it looks a bit more sidewindy though than just...
Ruby is managing the hill so far after our short stop on top of a mountain.
So we get celebrations from Elgin there.
As soon as we got back in the car, like, she was driving like she was prior to any issues.
Me and Brad generally thought it was fucked on the when we saw you
We've
go
been
up.
playing Queen, and there's another one bites the dust as we got up the hill. And then when we got to the top, it switched to Show Must Go On.
Did a lot better today. Sticking together.
Yeah, it's been a good day for the convoy.
It has. Don't forget it's Brad's driving Ruby.
So Elgin, we've made it to Inverness.
Unless you've got to position it.
No phones at the pump, please.
Explosions!
What do you know about where we're staying today?
Square it, fuck all. I know that was a great idea. God, I'm gonna have to come clean. I was dubious at first. I don't think we could cope with being quiet again. And let me tell you, the campsites of Great Britain are not like we're used to.
Lights are on, but no one's home.
Oh, they are quite bright, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, that was full. Oh, that was full beam. Which way? We don't know where we're going. Elgin's dropped a pin, but it's not coming up. And then did it say yellow arrow?
Yeah, I think so. Yellow and black.
Yeah, it's on the right, isn't it? Yeah. It's not in the way.
Hello. We're about 1 mile away. Look for a yellow and black sign. It is on X right now, I think. Yeah.
Is it yellow and
yes,
black
yes, that's it. Yeah.
100 metres, that's not very far.
Right.
Do you not think this is it?
This is it. Have we just come past it?
Yeah.
Shit. There's a wooden gate at the end which you'll need to open when you go up. Right, I'll see you in a bit. Bye. Oh, Jesus. It's going to be the biggest task so far. Brilliant. All right.
This is us.
I think this is us.
He frankly couldn't have predicted it. He couldn't have predicted like a directional error on this trip.
Hello?
Hello?
Gotta whip it in.
Oh God, yeah, Jesus Christ.
We've got a bit off road. Go, let's go. There's a gate, isn't it?
At the back?
I am not
person all the way down here.
I'm not going to be able to get Ruby at meals, so we've got it for ourselves.
Struggle on that bend there.
Because you were just.
Let it be over.
Give it a whirl.
'Cause when time and again you have tried it again, and you've worn it right down to the bone. You just know when you know, you just know. You got somewhere to go when you go. Must be like nothing else. Must be like nothing else. Tastes like nothing else. Else like nothing else. Easy when confidence seems something like happiness. Must be like nothing else. Must be like nothing else.
Again, it was nothing short of a mechanical miracle. Harry the hero. Then we got to the top, there were dogs, I think there were sheep, and it was just like Noah's Ark, you know, when the rainbow comes and everyone's like, oh, wowzers.
It sounds like the animals.
Yeah.
Well done, Harry. Very well done.
I wanted to spend a lot of time with the group, and I think we'd spent a lot of time driving, and it was nice just to get somewhere, but it was going to be a bit sad leaving you guys because I knew just how amazing the rest of your trip was going to be.
Elgin was there. I remember him leaving France.
It's hard to get 6 people in the same place for a prolonged period of time, isn't it? It was wonderful that Elgin could join us for the first few days.
I think Elgin just got up in the morning and fucked off before anybody had woken up. Bye, Elgin.
He had a hell of a journey ahead of him, Elgin, when he left us.
I think still holds the record of my longest ever drive, and that was my first time in Scotland in 7 days.
Always sad to see him leave, but I love to watch him go.
Well, thank you very much. I think that's the lot.
Yeah. Oh, it's lovely.
Yeah, after we said goodbye to Elgin, the plan was to walk to the castle.
We're interested in a swim. We're interested in, where do we swim? By a castle. Why not?
So we were all really pining for castles that day, and we'd seen from the view we had from the Airbnb, from the big windows, we could see a castle in the distance.
Called Ukuat. Ukuat?
I can't tell you what my mindset was before setting off to this castle, because I clearly hadn't put a single thought into it, because we did not look how far the castle was, we did not look whether it was open, and we did not look whether you had to book, and all of those things came back to bite us in the arse.
Give me your money and I'll catch you. Has everyone got the swimmers?
Mine's in your bag.
What?
Yeah.
Hello.
Airport Castle 2. First one fell into the sea.
Hey man, can you play Eruption by Van Halen?
You don't get a print.
We've purchased the Ruby, the wee Nessie, and we've also got our wee sticker. Loch Ness.
You see to your left, Harry has changed to his hiking route. It's incredibly tough section of
Is that Nessie? It's a big white boat shaped thing over there.
We heard it last night, wailing, pining. But then I woke up and it was Elgin snoring. So we've walked.
To be fair,
In all seriousness, we've walked what? Maybe 3 hours?
Yeah.
Maybe 3 hours to get to this castle and also have a dip while we're at the castle. We're just being told that we need to book in advance for the castle, which no one foresaw, or at least thought to foresee. And now we're just walking to get some signal at the viewing area.
Looking hopeful.
Oh, if you're able to get it, try it. No, same thing, Aaron. Not available. The thing I'm really bored about is just trying to get to the shoreline. That's all.
Yeah, it's like impossible, isn't it? Just a bit of rubble, isn't it?
Yeah.
Should we go further down?
We can get down to the water side.
I'm having a look to see where we might be able to get down and like.
It's not looking good.
Not like a footpath or anything.
We asking.
There is no tickets available to get down to the castle. There is also nowhere on this side of the loch in the walkable regions where we can access the loch. So she summed it up quite well. So you've had a long walk with a disappointing ending. Which, if you look at it at face value, it is. But I always think is the journey, not the destination. The friendships we've made, the memories we've created together, it still makes it a worthless fucking journey.
Disappointingly, we'd fucked up, and none of us, out of 5 fairly well educated people, haven't actually looked up at how to get into the castle. So that was heartbreaking. That was probably the worst I've ever felt in my life.
So we decided to 180 and straight away head back the way we came. And then it was a matter of finding some way to actually get to the waterside to have a swim.
It was just remarkably difficult to find a sort of public access route to the water.
Follow it along, because there's that track there. And went to a gate which more definitively says like private land or not.
When we walked past it before, nothing said anything and it was just open. Down that field, I think it is one by the trees down there. I mean, it does look like a danger. What's the worst that can happen? We get shot.
Trying to get a better look at that boat.
It's like a
Harry's idea. That looks like a more well-trodden path. This is what happens
when you tread on other people. Will you play it off to us?
Do you want to cut it off at the turn?
Is that a deer tick?
I mean, the barbed wire is probably keeping the sheep out and people in.
I
Doesn't look welcoming, does it?
Same thing, isn't it? What time is it now?
To get to Urquhart to Baywood.
Yeah. Ooh.
I don't know if that's because that's just making it up. There are actual like photos of.
People have been there, so we can go there. Surely. Surely.
Stay and turn right at the bus stop. Yeah,
Further.
there was that. Yeah. Would it not be like back over the bridge
And then go the other way?
like?
Oh, so that curvy path is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think
Alright,
that's
okay.
Google Maps making it up, but I think if we go to
Right, yeah.
Urquhart Woods and then we walk through the woods to the Baywood. Plan. We're going to retrace our steps because we enjoyed it so much the first time walking this way that we wanted to do it again as soon as possible. Over the bridge, turn right, find the cemetery, through the cemetery, into the woods, through the woods to the bay.
Perfect.
Scene.
Just up there, innit?
To be fair, it didn't look that deep along there. It was like,
Follow it.
I think we should stop this and go to the bridge.
Oh, no, we can turn. Let's take us all the way to that jetty.
Distinctly going further away from the front.
Wait, shall we stop earlier? Look, there's a bit of bush there.
Maybe have a look.
Dense thatch.
I think I've made another bad decision.
Right there.
Well, the bridge. Messy.
The river. It's very, very shallow.
Right. I'm going to go that way. Well, James, it's been a pleasure.
Verdict?
Which way? Back?
Yeah.
I just said goodbyes.
It's paddleable. It's paddleable, but it's not reachable. Unless there's an easier way down here.
Well, I'm going with Papa.
Stay in the bushes. The beast and beaver.
Does the consensus go to the bridge? No.
I didn't take a video, but I'll show you a photo of what it looks like.
Oh, yeah. Look how beautiful that looks.
The camera's quite good. Just bring out the colours, isn't it?
Mm.
I bet it looks shit in real life.
Kind of gotten stuck. Basically, I think that if we go back up and around, there'll be a path through the woods that takes us to the lock on the other side of the Amazon.
Do you regret murdering all three of them?
No, not at all. I'd do it again.
Because, as Harry pointed out, we could follow it all the way down, but I think we'd probably just end up at that jetty again.
So what we need to do is like
probably
cross
want
the
to be
river
on
and
the other
get
side of the
deep
river.
on the other side.
Should we? Shouldn't we? Should we? Shouldn't we? Should we? Shouldn't we? Should we? We shouldn't.
So we decided to 180 from there. Again, we'd go back the same way that we did.
I'll take this all day.
I think we should try that one. I think we've reached the public.
Found it.
Yes!
Oh my
A
God.
public footpath.
5 minutes sit down. Air out the old tubes. Shall we crack on? See you back at the Newcastle.
Hey, Brad, catch. Oh God! So to actually get in the lock is here.
And then the first left.
First right, second left.
So yeah.
And I think that was where we were earlier when we went down that random track.
It's still going to be the river though by the time we get here.
Yeah, so like whatever happens, we're gonna get there to this
swim.
river, and we have to get across to. Fine.
That's fine. That's fine.
Fine.
That's fine. Enter in sport mode now. Is that the lock?
We made it.
You having a food?
Well,
Or are you
where's
just
my
gonna
carrier?
drop down?
Sorry, kiddo.
Oh yeah.
Damn, that tight spot.
I don't know which way to go. See, my instincts told me to go right, James. But there's also a little river here.
And
Right.
I think we've reached that bit where, you know, we're like, we've got to find some way of getting over onto that bit.
Yeah, I think you're right.
This is a bit where we've got to figure some way of getting onto that bit.
Is it that bit? It's definitely that bit.
Keep going, yeah.
No idea.
My feet are going to get wet. There's a trunk over here which crosses.
I've done it, James. I've done it.
Brad.
Right,
Sorry, left his back.
Fucking hell.
Make sure you actually get it.
No, I'm gonna carry it, I think.
Right, on my head, son.
Whoa! Whoa!
Leave me to be your mule.
This is quite adventurous. Oh, oh, hi. Should we carry along with us?
Or Dutch.
I just want to preface this whole thing. Even though pretty much all our aims we didn't meet, and the day objectively was a failure, it was still a nice walk. We did manage to swim though. I think it was the first time that we'd actually achieved anything that we wanted to achieve that whole weekend, which was, you know what, it was quite a nice feeling actually. No, it was lovely. It was finally a time to relax and enjoy yourselves.
A lot of shaved wool sheep.
We were originally thinking, well, distillery of a whiskey variety, which, as you know, I'm very excited for. And then we were originally planning on going to Inverness, where there are bigger concentration of pubs, so that we can have some drinkies. However, as you can see, James, it's a fucking glorious day, and so we thought, what would be worse than sitting inside during this? We thought not long. So we're going to go to the distillery as planned, incorporating into a big old drive round the loch. We're going to take Matilda, Jello's car, to save Ruby's legs for the big drive tomorrow, and to save her on this wee hill as well, and then have another dip, then get back in and drink some box wine.
The idea was we'd all enjoy a nice trip round the loch. I know that in his plans we'd been talking about going to a distillery, but the one person who I don't want to say hates whiskey.
What?
But Jake basically put his foot down and said, "It's my van, and if we do go to whiskey, I'm going."
I think this was our only bit of conflict of interest.
You boys are all boys, aren't you? You like your whiskey, don't you? Whereas I don't, do I? I like box wine. Pure and simple, box wine.
Did I achieve my goals for the day? Yeah, my goals were achieved. Did Brad achieve his goals? No.
Harry, have you got spare swimmers? Because your ones are in here.
I don't think I'm going to swim today.
Ah, fairs.
I'm going to read my book.
Wherever we fancy.
Bye, chickens.
See you later.
Fort Augustus. First things first, we do not recommend you go wild swimming in Loch Ness.
Oh shit.
Apart from the small matter of Nessie lurking deep beneath the surface, the water is bitterly cold all year round, only around 5 degrees C. In these low temperatures you will quickly get hypothermia. So in other words, wild swimming in Loch Ness is very dangerous.
Oh, I didn't bring my big puffer to warm up after we swim.
Oh shit. Yeah, same.
It's a bit warmer today and we'll go in a bit earlier.
Bye, James.
See ya.
Are you feeling confident as my co-pilot?
Yes.
Deep cold water.
Keep of ice in winter, but in summer it's fine.
This documentary's just a series of us bottling it, isn't it, really? Defeated.
That felt very road trippy way. It was something that we just stumbled upon, and it was just kind of all of us bumbling around.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like the sort of place that you read about where it's like 5 stupid young Englishmen drowned in a reservoir.
Yeah, there were a lot of signs saying not to, I think.
You just got that feeling, didn't you, when you looked at it, you're like, if we get in this water, it's not going to end well, is it?
It was lovely to look at, but it was like, yeah, we can hold off. There's pastures better and newer and greener and not as cold.
You enjoying the driving, Harry?
I am.
Next destination?
Fires? Falls of Fires?
Falls, yeah. General Wade's military road.
Oh, yeah, stops at the top here, or?
Yeah, there's
Journey on.
Wow,
there's space, isn't it?
Right, let's everyone.
Yeah.
It's not that windy, really, is it?
Did you know that lock is called Loch Nocky?
Ganocci.
Hell no.
Sweet. See White Bridge.
Is this left?
Yeah.
Would you mistake me for a suckling pig? As Judas Iscariot once said, never jump off a waterfall. He'll only hurt tomorrow.
Basically, bang on halfway on the round trip around Loch. So it's like 55 minutes. Either that way or that way.
Nice. Yeah. Unless you want to go for a pint at the Weed Ram.
Could I walk down? Yeah, so we're not actually in a rush to get anywhere now.
You sure you don't want to go to the distillery?
I never wanted to go in the first place.
From my perspective, I was obviously never going to be heartbroken if we didn't get to the whiskey distillery.
So I think the Wee Dram was like a little pub where you could, in the name, get a Wee Dram.
But I kind of felt bad that we were not going to make it because I didn't want my distaste and disgust for whiskey to influence decision making.
I think that was a good compromise. I wanted to show that I can drink whiskey, and I think we'd done quite a shift of driving. Like, yeah, this be quite nice. And we got there, and I think it had burnt down in 1942.
Yeah, I know. That's what I just realised.
Yeah. But it has no ratings or reviews or anything, so it's just a point on a map.
It's definitely a pub instead of a distillery. We're going to a fabled pub by the name of the Wee Dram.
We loved it. If you're after a posh hotel with all the trimmings, this is not for you.
I think we came up here on Google Maps.
We did. Did we not decide then that the Wee Dram didn't exist?
We might have done, you know.
Yeah, because we came to here.
Yeah.
We saw that.
And
And
that-
we were like, But this, I don't remember seeing this. But maybe I didn't look. Can I borrow your glasses?
Yeah.
Ah.
To know.
You know me. Can't go an hour without a drop of the good stuff. Close the attacker down. Give them this order.
With my British fighting.
My British fighting. I will fight you, and you will lose.
Right, where are we off to?
Just keep going.
Yeah, unless you want to try and get down to the
Either or. 2
to the
goals.
front.
If you want a whiskey, Harry, I could illegally drive Jelle's car.
Never really now, though.
Oh, so, the Glenelg Distillery was about a 20-minute drive
We could still
from the Airbnb. We actually have decided to go around the scenic route around Loch Ness, which I think is better than having some dirty, stingy liquid down your throat. So now we're going to go look for some places to drink some whiskey.
Fatboy Slim, the best. Hyphen apostrophe 19999. With a few nines on top.
Oh.
This beat.
Oh! Morag!
The nuclear power station's back there, so we're having to drive around because Mikkel is still missing.
Right here, right now, 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 right here, right now.
my skin is still getting used to the heat.
I don't think it's too warm now.
You think? But you've got the ears.
You've got the Danish blood.
You've got the Danish nips.
We had a little quest to get in the water again today, and we're close to completion on the Loch Ness circumnavigation.
Yeah, we're getting there.
So I think all in all, it's been a success. The only thing to tick off now is whiskey. We bought some local whiskey, which was the point. Which is why we came here. We don't care about watching it be distilled. We don't care about these fancy, nippy tasting sessions. We don't care about going to these whiskey bars. All we want is a little bit of the local whiskey.
So we bought Paddy's Irish whiskey and we brought some Jack Daniels.
So we try to go for the most Scottish whiskey. So I think we got like Jack Daniels and
You made that exact joke as well.
did I?
On film.
Oh god. We went for Jameson's and Jack Daniels.
Exactly that. Exactly that. Yeah.
I'm not but consistent, James.
Can't switch.
Like a rosé. Probably don't taste any different.
It's just the same as what we discussed the other day when you get your blackcurrant and your orange squash at the party and you mix them.
No.
What the fuck are you on about?
Right,
we were discussing the blackcurrant and orange
Yeah,
mixing.
super juice.
Yeah, super juice. It was just a thing.
Super juice.
It was just the same. This is the adult version. I'm genuinely not going to drink any.
I forget there's not 6 of us. I do this every time.
Tamna Vulin, Speyside single malt Scotch whiskey.
Yeah.
Right, no, I think it's one of the screw bottles, isn't it?
Yeah. Screw top.
Ooh. I'll set the cork, thank you.
This might go into my lip cups.
Well, it needs to taste them pretty quick.
Ooh, much good, sir.
Thank you.
Triple garner.
Oh. What's cheers in Scottish? Ooh, taste that whiskey.
Yeah.
Ferocious. Let's go down very, very quickly.
We hadn't spent much time camping, and we hadn't spent much time on the road. Never seen Loch Lomond before. Excited for that. Wanted to see Ben Nevis. So this was kind of the driving holiday part of it for me.
We had quite a bit of driving ahead of us, but we'd planned to stop somewhere along the way.
We were told there was some good fish market, seafood restaurant type place in Oban, so we should go to Oban. We'd also had multiple people who'd said Oban is nice, you should go.
The Oban's supposed to be a really beautiful city. Didn't hold that much interest for me, thankfully.
Want to summarise the last 15 minutes?
My nose could summarise it for you better than my mouth could.
The ears are quite ringing as well.
Now we're heading back down the drive and onto the Loch Ness Road, and then on to Port William.
Man must have thought I was dumb. What the fuck have you lot done?
So Oban was on our original route, because it was more just we wanted to do a bit of driving on the coast perhaps, and Oban was on the coast, so we'd be going through it. However, 2 independent persons, both of them said Oban is a really lovely place, you should visit. Therefore, we're going.
U-shaped valley, James.
Oh.
You're the only ones that got us, I could never let my sis down. You've been too strong for too long, yet still you never sit down.
It's more the rain's the issue.
That's the power of your love, and then it's worthy of a king's crown. And still you never let your kings down. Even though more time we don't deserve it. The picture isn't pretty, but it's perfect. Tedious question, so then I curve it. Serena or Venus, the way I serve it. I'm Mallory Blackman, the way I sell books. I jump on the stage and then the world looks. All that banging on my door had my girl shook. That sorry officer, I only sell hooks. Leave me alone. Every little L I took and held it close to home. Live and you learn, they'll always hate me for my tone. For this.
Right, I've got. Here. There we go. Oh, up. There we go, have you got it
As
then?
far as I can go.
Right. That's in, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's just leave it.
Yeah.
And we can sort this panel when the door's closed in a minute.
Are you quite sure we don't want to just carry on driving?
I mean, I'm getting for carrying on driving. It was that sort of feeling of, oh, we're here, we should get out and have a wander around, but it's really fucking wet.
It was quite a nice looking coastal town.
Yeah.
But yeah, the weather was horrendous.
Oh. Good lord.
I do get your point of, like, if it is going to be like this, will we actually see anything? But then how long will it take us? I don't know if you've seen how long it'll take just to go the non-scenic route. Will we just get there really early and have nothing to do?
It's like, I think it was like 50 minutes quicker in a car.
Yeah.
So probably save an hour and a half.
Okay.
Jello is, I don't know if you can see, over yonder. He's somewhere there. He has had enough of the holiday, so he's heading back to Newcastle. He's spoken to Harry, and Harry's has started up a new life in Oban.
Did you find it okay?
Absolutely hammered down.
Yeah.
What's
Got no
Oban
like? Wet. Why have you been sat there? In fact, yeah, Harry can move back here and then just go in the front.
First time we've all been in there, I think. So.
Our original plan was to obviously take the scenic route. That's the sort of thing we were after, nice driving roads. My argument now, and probably would have been, was what is the point if all that you can see is rain?
Yeah, because the weather was just that abysmal, we thought probably just best for John. Which, yeah, it was a shame, but you know, it's the British summer.
So yeah, I just wanted to get to the campsite. I just wanted that day to end, really.
Clear left.
I'm so glad we didn't do the dodgy one. You might have to keep sponging me as well.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Now she's fine. Now she's sounding. Whoa. She's sounding good again. That's the one. Oh, fucking hell. I haven't felt in control of this vehicle since we set off, I'm not going to lie.
Is there anything you want to achieve the rest of this trip, Brad?
I want to get home alive in one piece. Other than that, sorry. I want to win a game of Perudo. I have to say that swimming in Loch Lomond doesn't have the same romance as swimming in Loch Ness, and I've already done a lot of swimming. I really like the idea of swimming, like open water swimming when it's raining though. I was also going to say I'd like to sleep in a tent tonight, but maybe we're all in Ruby, I'm not quite sure. Or maybe we'll just have a hotel. There's a Falls of Farrock if you fancy it. Yeah, where are we? Somewhere here. Do you want to see if they want to stop there?
So Brad spotted the Falls of Farrock, which
Okay.
are like halfway between here and the campsite. If we want to stop them there.
Yeah.
Because the weather's died down a little bit.
Yeah.
Might be a nice little trip.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Cool.
We'll do that. We'll see you there.
Let's get it. A time for hate, a time for peace. I swear it's not too late.
Thank you. Oh, do not open that window. Visibility is 5 feet. Conditions worsening. This will be my last transmission. The SS Ruby sails again. As it always is, captain goes down with his ship. Was it that?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I thought it was a footbridge. A speedy stop. Might need you to hop on the wireless and contact the other team. Find out what the situation is with that bridge. Hello.
Hello.
Was it that bridge?
Yeah, it's that bridge.
Is it safe?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a bit of a bumpy, rickety road after the bridge.
Bye.
Right, so, yeah.
That's the go ahead for us then. Right, still clear left?
Yeah, still clear left, clear right. The door's open!
Oh my god!
Shit.
Oh, flippin' heck.
Okay.
Keep calm, keep calm.
Keep calm!
Okay.
Yo. Oh, Jesus.
Window of opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now for Operation Footbridge.
We've steamed up again. Breathe in.
My days, look at this.
Hey! Oh! Okay, well that went better.
Yeah.
I think approaching it from that side of the road made it easier to.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking! There goes my spine. Well, who would have thought that a like 50-meter detour would have been so eventful?
It was raining. I'd missed the turn. It was just all a bit chaotic.
Liabilities, you two. You two were missing turns from day one.
So it can happen to anyone then, can't it, James?
Feelings wet. I was having a nice time still, don't get me wrong, but I felt very wet.
Basically, we get the field and tent can be with the van. It's allowed.
Stay close to the wall, or we're gonna sink and never get out again.
Is what she said.
Oh!
Oh, for fuck's sake, man.
What was me, was it?
Are you looking at me?
Of course I'm looking at you.
Who got it on camera? Got it on camera for once. I didn't do it.
Oh,
Will you chuck us the air mattress, please?
Yeah, I'll try and.
Everything. We off to the pub. Yes, please. Just gonna blow this mattress.
Thankfully, this campsite had a pub. Thank you, Brad. Yeah, it was Brad that booked it.
7.5.
860s.
Duda.
So, one off your bucket list tonight is sleeping in a tent. How do you feel about that?
Slept in the tent
You've
3
not.
times.
You've not.
While it's raining.
You've not.
Get out of my face. No paparazzo. No paparazzo. Please, please.
Are you taking videos of my lyrics?
Walk cancel.
Yeah, walk cancel. Walking.
Weather maps.
What do you want to do between now and having...
Oh, there it is.
Hello.
We could go to the Drovers Inn.
What's the menu like?
It's quite extensive.
As in, aim for post 11:30 food.
Yeah.
Cool. Where's that? Did you say so?
It's literally just like down the road. You could walk if you wanted to.
So Mr. Bridge away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, things that need to happen by the end of the day.
Yeah.
Dip in Loch Lomond.
Yeah.
While it's raining.
While it's raining.
I don't
Arrival
think
in
that's gonna be
Port
an issue.
Patrick, which will take 5 hours to drive to ish.
Okay. You had to, yeah, open water swimming in the rain.
Open water swimming in the rain. Getting to Port Patrick.
What were the other two?
What constitutes open water?
Not swimming pool.
Not swimming pool.
Not swimming pool, yeah.
Sleep in a tent.
Huh?
Sleep in a tent.
Sleep in the tent. Give or take. Give or take a nice warm bed in Ruby.
I can't remember what the last one was. Can you?
I never said sleep in a tent though. I
You
swear.
did.
I'd like to sleep in a tent.
Play cricket.
Oh, okay. Was the play cricket one?
It is now.
Yeah. We're not going to be able to do that though.
There's a walk that you can do. I don't know if you'd be asked doing it. I might just.
I'm aware that I'm probably the only one without sensible walking footwear. So
you can just
So you have to run it instead.
Yeah,
perhaps.
It'd be like yoga. Luke Skywalker's back.
What are you thinking, like, go now before we go in any?
It's literally just to see, because there's that waterfall coming down just to see. There's a better spot to.
I might have to finish me brew first.
Yeah. Well, should we?
No.
Should we take the tent and gazebo down first?
Oh yeah. The end goal of the day was to, I think, get to Port Patrick, which was going to be, a good old drive, but I think we could afford some time to see the sights.
There's a world to explore. We should get up and go.
I think we were quite late waking up that day. In the end, I think I was just leaning towards, let's just go to the pub that we turned around in.
I can't remember what my aspirations were, if I'm truly honest. I know that Brad's aspirations were to walk up a hill.
Being the sweetheart I am, I just wanted everyone to have a nice time and a nice walk.
I was very keen for a little walk. We were losing daylight.
I think the rain just made everything a bit slower. Trying to roll up the tent in the rain, trying to find all the pegs.
Maybe the reason that I can't remember much about the decision-making process is that I was the problem.
From the word go that day, I don't think anyone really communicated the plans. That led to frustration.
I think if the weather had been nicer, we'd have gotten up, but because it was raining and quite grey and cold, I think it just made everyone, well, certainly me, feel a bit slower.
I think in hindsight I might have got a little bit more angry than was necessary that morning.
I don't know intrinsically what went wrong with this plan for a walk, and I still to this day don't think I deserve the hate I get for this walk.
You know what?
What is all this nonsense going on in here, boys?
Everything's wet. Everything's damp.
I'll do the van admin.
In this demonstration, I'd like to show you how to roll up a roll mat. I'm gonna roll.
Stop mithering the van and get on your bloody
You're
walk.
mithering in the van.
My turn.
Shall we go?
Shall we go?
See you later, mate.
See you later, James. Go straight to the pub, or go on a wee walk to see the waterfall.
Go on your wee walk first.
What are you fancying?
It's so muddy.
My ear?
No, your hat.
That's not mud.
Oh, you gotta get this, James.
Yeah, we'll put it on. Don't do it now. We'll do it when we get back. Get on your walk.
Okay. Where's the Gazbo stuff?
Bend it.
I'll sort it out. Just pop it there.
I am fucking starving. Have we got a quick snack?
You have some cereal. Bye, Jello. Jello's had enough. He's driving back home.
We'll take this for a walk.
Grab bag. Capsule curry.
Are we walking there?
Yep.
Yeah, to the restaurant. Oh.
Yeah, to the pub.
We might as well drive to the pub.
We're going to walk up the waterfall.
Yeah.
Hello.
So do I need my walking stuff? Where are my
He does, doesn't he?
They're not the right ones.
They're soggy, and I want my actual boots.
On the Jello's car.
You like the Jellos? Just gonna have a wee wander and see what that sign says, see if it is an actual walk. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, it's gone.
To do with the little hat, don't you think? I feel like we're not making any progress.
Need my boots.
Yeah.
Well, if I think you want to shoot an unboxing video.
Check Jello's car.
Okay.
Quick walk before food, yeah, James? Well, I mean, I'm part of the machine, aren't I?
You're not speeding it up. We're not slowing it down.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just letting it do its own thing. The current situation is Jello's disappeared, Grad's disappeared, Harry's disappearing, but we've lost 60% of the party. In my hands here is the sticker. This sticker is from Block Nace. I want to stick it on the van. So, if you'd like to come here, Jim / cameraman, if that's your real name, we have a series of stickers which are where, this isn't just where Ruby's been, but this is where we've been in Ruby. So all of those were from last year's road trip. So Postenoc, Rome, and Champagne Vision, and various other places in France. Then we went to Luxembourg in Belgium, and then on the way back we went to Wales. So that sticker went on at the beginning of this trip because it had been in my wallet for a long time. So for this trip we've got a nice Loch Nonce sticker.
Oh, damn, Jello is smart.
I wanted the one with the cartoon Nessie on, but I was outvoted because I'm a martyr, James. I'll choose what the people want, James.
And you had seen them.
And the people wanted this one. Just give me a few minutes. There we go. There we go. We've got some purchase.
Ray
Did you hear that? Did you hear that noise? It's a satisfying noise.
Repair job on the window.
There we go. Look at that. And the key with a sticker is getting a nice smooth surface. Nice smooth. You don't want any of those creases. You don't want any of those creases. You don't want any of those creases, I said. Give it a little rub, James. Little magic rub. Yeah? How does that feel? Can you feel any creases there?
It's pretty smooth.
How's it look?
Look, my dude. It's a long vid.
Anyone want some katsu? Are we going to the... Put my shoe on. Well, did you find anything?
Yep.
That's cool. This is literally a bridge and then a stream, and then just part of the West Highland Way, which is a 154-kilometre route from Fort William to Milchan. Quite nice.
Good.
There is a bit of a path up, that leads to the waterfall, but it's ages.
So we're walking on now? Yeah.
Huh?
Are we not walking?
Well, I don't know if it's easy enough, but it's quite a long ways up.
Is there a path?
Not that I could see, but on the map it says that you can access the waterfall, but I don't know how. So
Did it not say on the map?
No. It just said dot waterfall and like
uncharted
you can
territory.
Yeah, you can see the wider waterfall of the Binglass River.
Been in the glass.
Since you can see it then.
Yeah,
you
no.
can see it from here.
Yeah, that's true.
So what we doing?
Walking to the pub. Or we driving to the pub.
Are you going on your walk? Not going on the walk.
Go down. Brad's in charge.
Because there's just an open field up there. We shouldn't see much of a fun walk. Shall we drive to the pub? Good hustle. Good hustle, everyone. That's the smile of a happy man right there.
God damn.
Just changing my shoes. You don't want to be walking around the pub in sandals anyway. I can't drive in these. Well, let's go on a walk then. Or let's go to the pub. Or let's drive to the pub. Let's drive to the waterfall and walk to the pub. Getting a lot of feedback from you.
20 to 12. I think I woke up at 8:30. That's 1, 2, 3 hours and 10 minutes. Pure faff. Pure faff.
Missed breakfast, missed walk.
Successful day so far. The day of misses. We're going to miss the lake as well. We'll accidentally drive past Loch Lomond.
You're welcome.
Despite its 40-mile length that we'll drive along. And we'll miss the water. We'll dive in and hit some rocks. We'll miss the campsite and go straight past Port Patrick and into the Atlantic Ocean, where we'll drown and we'll miss the rest of our lives. The day of misses.
The day of misses.
So we've driven for about 6 hours from Beinglass campsite, which is just other side of that fence, and we've arrived at the Drover Inn.
Just waiting for another group to get processed.
Peace. Peace in our time.
We've got a camera that tells you your temperature.
Ooh.
36
There's 36.3, mate.
That's unlike you. You're only running hotter than that.
Again, I know I'm going to be painted in a terrible light, but from my perspective, I just wanted a nice, normal, innocent walk.
And I wouldn't have minded whatever the plan was, but having no plan, I think, infuriated me.
I felt quite dejected. I would hate to think that I'd caused people misery with my walk idea, but I accept no responsibility for that because everyone else was dicking about. I'm sorry to labour the point, but it was not my fault.
I don't think that morning any single person was to blame.
Jake had his own OCD where he has to check where the beans are in Ruby every 15 minutes.
I can just imagine Brad saying like, fucking Jello is really angry all the time.
Jello's a spiteful person anyway, so he was just there. He was just sitting there.
My mood was quickly turned around by a pub.
Yes, we managed to go a whole morning without achieving anything, but we'd made it to lunchtime and we'd made it 50 yards north to a pub.
Proper old pub, wasn't it?
And we had haggis, neeps and tatties. Damn tasty.
Magic stuff. I've never seen such a...
I think that was the resurrection, because that was like, we've achieved something today by having a nice meal.
Lovely stuff. And away we went.
We made, at that point, a decisive plan. The plan being to scoot past Loch Lomond and have a swim.
But I would have never thought he'd be the sort of person who'd shit in a lake.
It seems like 5 men trying to placate a very angry me.
Jello shat in the lake.
By either dipping him in water and or feeding him.
Jello shat in a lake.
I read. What do you think of the scenery and the weather today, James?
The weather's improved. It was raining this morning, but obviously, regrettably, this means Brad can't fulfill his bucket list target of swimming in open water whilst it's raining.
Well, I've had me haggis, neeps and tatties, so I'm actually happy, and I'm so full that I'm going to sink and drown anyway as soon as I get into the loch.
Was haggis, neeps or tatties on your bucket list?
It was. I think it was on my subconscious bucket list. Haggis has never been something that I've been like, oh, haggis. Oh. But now that I've had it, I would have it again. And I'm happy that I've had it. Oh yeah, fuck.
Well, we're here with a potential swimming spot.
I didn't think this through.
Oh, you need to get your swimmers.
I need to get my swimmers.
It's raining, Brad. It's raining.
I might have to join you.
And we're not swimming.
No, I'm in a poo.
Oh, right. Don't let him sway you, Brad.
Of course you can. Well, I asked Brad if that was poor form, and he said no.
I think that's Brad.
Why do you think I asked Brad?
I fucking...
I'm taking one for the team by being the bottom. The last one.
I think I'm done for swimming.
Just in the process of warming up currently. Defrosting the old joints. Thawing the femurs, etc.
So you've opted for the one layer of global approach?
Yeah, it rained, so Brad managed to tick that off his bucket list. Over the water swimming on the Loch Lomond to Port Patrick leg. I don't think we've got any planned stops between, but we'll see what takes our fancy. But Port Patrick awaits and Sunnymead camping.
I'm still getting warm from the swim. Just about reaching suboptimal temperatures.
So James, have you warmed up yet?
I warmed up when I stepped out the lake, mate.
What's the photo opportunity? This is nice driving. This is very lovely and good drive.
this in England, I tell you.
Yeah. You sir.
You sir. What's the route today, roughly?
Long.
Just
West
west.
to east, just direct. Some kind of road, and then the A75 to Dumfries. M6 or a tiny bit more across to Gretna Green, and then down the A7. And then A69 from Carwell. It's going to be a bit of a non-fun bit. Be nice driving, but we're going to have a pretty massive queue. But it is what it is, isn't it?
What's that? Is it like a dry wicket there? It's still fine. Hopefully it will take. I mean, it's been no one on it, so hopefully it will take that. Yeah. It's always too round as pitch, isn't it?
Looking forward to some cricket, Jake?
I am, mate. Are you?
I am. When's the toss?
11 o'clock, sharp.
The next day, the plan was decisive. It involved cricket, it involved pub lunch, and it involved driving back to Newcastle.
It was sad that the trip was coming to an end, but I felt warmth in my heart that we'd had a nice trip, and warmth because it was sunny.
Because we didn't have anywhere to be, it was nice just being able to kind of mooch around a bit. It kind of felt like what road trips should be, just nice weather, chilling outside. Because we were so devastated that we'd lost the cricket set in Europe. It was nice to be able to play it again.
We had a lovely game of cricket. It's the same old thing where what could be just a nice 20-minute game of cricket is an hour and a half of Jake running around with his top over his head. How's it feel?
It feels good, thank God.
That's a crispy one.
The ball misses the wickets completely. Brad turns.
It's interfering with me.
Oh, Zante!
Smashes the phone.
Catch!
Bradley is now up for the ball.
Big swing, oh! And he's hit!
That was not going to hit the stumps.
Right, let's get him out, he's been in long enough.
Catch!
Oh,
I'm shook. White dog shit. Catch!
Yeah!
Oh yeah. Have to get some lunch and what paddy like. Shall we follow you, Jello?
No.
Why?
Not how this works.
Oh, my bread from yesterday. Beautiful, isn't it? Lovely little seaside town. Eat this petrol and noise pollution, boys.
Here we have the Pacific Ocean. Greener than I thought.
With the help of Sacagawea.
It's ugly. What are you on about?
Turn the bin over.
Oh!
Oh, broke it again. Mine, I'm in neutral.
So Harry, we're about to embark on the final leg of the journey. How does it feel?
Sad. So we just literally... Are we on a Stranraer?
No.
This is a proper hippie song as well, we're in a hippie van. Oh, I'm sad.
Sad about what, last
Sad
day?
that it's the last day and I have to go to fucking work tomorrow. I think Jake should bring her in. Bring her home. Himalaya and then some big old hill. No, I'm just going to do it for. You think? Nah, I'm messing it. I'm feeling it. I'm turning the music up so I can't hear the engine screaming.
Explain to us what we just missed on video.
We're now in England, as you can see by that way, the beautiful sunny skies of Scotland, and this
Here we go.
is England. So we're now in the historic county of Cumbria.
What sign did we just miss, James?
Second sign we missed today is the City of Newcastle upon Tyne sign.
I thought the day of misses was yesterday.
Great time had by all. I think you could just summarise it with that.
Because of obviously everything going on with COVID, it'd been so long since the six of us had gotten together. And it was just on our doorstep as well, going over the border to Scotland and having, again, just as much fun as we did in Europe.
The idea of Scotland is better than Scotland itself. Is that what you want from me?
This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Age of Aquarius.
We finally made it back.
Have you got your keys, mate? Yes. We're in, boys. Back to in, Chavo.
No, sorry, mate.
There's Olive. Bloody lovely. Tatty bye. Do you remember there's some stuff here?
It'd been COVID, and that had been obviously a pretty shitey time, and it was the first time we managed to get away. It was just nice to see everyone again, because we hadn't even hung out as a sixth until that point. And I don't care if it wasn't Germany, if it wasn't Ireland, don't care.
So yeah, really, really fond memories of the trip. It was just getting the six of us together was what made it for me.
Wouldn't change a thing. Wouldn't change a thing.
Oh! Gajanga!
We're saying bye to Ruby, the old girl.
Thank you very much again. Lovely to see you.
Okay, we'll wait for you.
Very nice. Well, I may as well leave it there, I suppose. It should be fun. I think that's all. I don't think I need anything else really. Yeah, well, that's pretty much it.
How was that?
Very good. Very good. Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Can I just say one last thing?
Yeah.
It wasn't me!
Come around here. How bright that still is.
Because that... I don't remember much at all. Oh, I was going to put this on my head.
Okay. Shall we go see Alan Partridge?
Yeah, I think we're probably recording.
What time is it?
That's a long time.
Yeah, what time is it?
Just found a Tuck biscuit.
which was. Oh, I'm not going to come out of this very well at all. Wait, what actually?
Oh, good old continuity errors. This is going to be great.